Michael Masserang here again, and today we're at an account in the 28210 zip code. We were referred to this project by a licensed engineer. The customer actually hired the engineers to do a pre-sale inspection, so they came in and did an analysis of this structure. This structure is a tri-level home, and if you have one of these houses, there's several neighborhoods here in this 28210 zip code that have this building style between 1966 and 1975. And the engineers identified some structural issues in the crawl space, as well as the basement section. There is some severe slab settlement. So we're actually doing two phases to this project. And what's unique about our qualifications is we have the ability to do any structural repairs in the crawl space proper, as well as doing foundation repair on the home, which will be in stage 2, and we'll feature that in the next video. But this video, we're focusing on the crawl space, which is on the left side of the structure here. These types of homes all have the same kind of problems, one after another. Tri-levels were popular for that period, about 10-year period, and they have a tendency to leak. There's a vulnerability where you get water, it kind of migrates in between the basement section and the crawl space section, and so we're kind of dealing with that in this home. And the new homeowner purchased the home with these challenges, so we came in to address the foundation drainage issue here in round 1, and you can see where a lot of water comes in from above grade. And these old neighborhoods in Charlotte all have the same problems. They just have a lot of big old trees and sort of flat as far as the topography, and when it rains a lot after periods of drought, you get a lot of drainage issues. So this is certainly no different on this house. And so what we did is we corrected the foundation drainage issue inside the crawl space. A lot of water was collecting here at the crawl space entrance, which just happens to be the low spot. So we installed a sump pump here, 1/2 horsepower, with a standard commercial sump basin. And here's our exit line, custom exit line going out to daylight to the left side of the property. And you can see here it's a little bit confined in this spot, but you can see here where we removed all the subfloor insulation on this home, and there was a lot of microbial growth in this crawl space when we got here. So the engineers discovered some framing issues, which is common with these kinds of construction. You can see down here we have the old masonry trench and where they built these walls, and up here we have kind of a tighter area. This is where all the framing damage was, and you can see here we've sistered each one of these joists from bearing to bearing, and we'll put the original engineering letter up on the screen for you to see. But basically the engineer determined that all this framing was compromised, and so part of our scope of service was to clean this all up. We removed the insulation, cleaned the microbial material, did all the framing improvements. Notice here we do use the good stuff. We use joist hangers or Simpson-L clip angles to make all of our mechanical connections better. And this flush girder has been completely replaced from pier to pier as per code. And what we're doing is we're going to looks like we got to finish up putting this duct back together. It had to be moved so that we could get in here. So when the guys come back from lunch, they'll finish that up. But you can see some of these jobs you have to remove the ductwork, and we can address those issues, do minor ductwork repairs in-house if we have to move a duct line. But we cleaned it all up, did the framing repairs, put down this nice white 10 mil contractor class vapor barrier. No fiber reinforcement in this liner. We don't want to off-gas VOCs and odors, which is pretty common with the thicker liners. So it's just standard contractor class white. And again, we're gonna restrap some of this ductwork to make it look better, get it off the ground, and we'll bring in the engineer for final inspection. We've never failed an inspection. The engineers work well with us, and we want the engineers to come and look at our work. You know, often we'll have some of the jobs having third-party inspection is certainly encouraged, and we certainly will do that, and we have no problems arranging that. And like I said, we've never failed an inspection. But this is a small crawl space, and we'll roll over here. One of the things too, we're gonna replace these crawl space vents with some standard vents, and they'll do that later today as we're finishing up the project, so that we can open the vents up and allow some of this marvelous air in place, air things out in here. And it's a small crawl space, so it should be fairly easy to get under control. But this is stage one. That's going to set the table for the next stage of the project, which will include foundation repair that we do through the other side of our other division, Piedmont Foundation Repair, which will be doing that. We'll be doing a series of slab piers, and basically on the other side of this wall is the basement section, and we'll be doing that slab repair with a series of slab piers and what we call a cementitious grout injection. So that'll be in the second stage of our video. So anyways, if you have any questions about drain systems, sump pumps, commercial sump basins, vapor barriers, industrial mold cleaning services, structural repairs, engineering, we'd certainly appreciate a phone call, and we can help you to get through those challenges. We have a full network of licensed mold hygienists and structural engineers in our network that refer us work, and we refer back to them. And so we can do the whole package turnkey. Not affiliated with franchises, and we are not fully licensed and insured. And this is the real deal. We want to be known as the independents, and in return you get better pricing, and of course the level of quality that you see here, which is really which is what makes us different than the big firms that might be running 10-12 crews, and you don't know what you're going to get. So no glossy brochures or fancy vehicles, just good, hard, honest work, and with the backup of the engineering community. So give us a call, the number at the bottom of your screen, visit our website, and especially if you're in one of these houses in the 28210 zip code, that's a tri-level, and you're having these problems, we're glad to help you work through those. So again, this is Michael Masserang, and we'll see you on the stage 2 video when we show the other side of the house. Thanks for joining us.